Hello everyone. Today we are going to start our chapter number 1, and which is the crop production and management. Okay. So before going to start this chapter, we are going through the key points that we are going to cover in this chapter. Okay. So in this chapter, first, someone is in waiting room. Wait a second. Yeah. Okay. So in this chapter, first we will cover what is the crop production. Okay, the key point I am discussing here, number 1, first, it is the crop production. We will discuss here about the crop production. For crop production, second thing we will discuss about the soil preparation. Soil preparation. After that, we will cover selection of seed. Selection of seed. Then we will cover sowing of seed. Sowing of seed.
So what is meant by sowing?
The getting seeds into the crop field so that they can absorb water and will germinate in order to form the plant. Okay.
SOW, sowing.
Yes. Oh, yes. It is SOW. SOW. No. Yes. SOWING. Sowing. Not showing. Fifth. Yeah. Fifth point, we are going to understand about the applying fertilizer or using fertilizer. Fertilizers. Then sixth point we will cover here, irrigation. Seventh point we will discuss weeding. Eighth point we will cover in this chapter, harvesting and storage. Harvesting of crop and storage of seed. Harvesting and storage. Ninth point we will discover nitrogen fixation by rhizobium bacteria.
Sir, actually it is finished in 7th class, right?
हाँ बेटा.
Sir, actually this last topic, nitrogen fixation and rhizobium is not there, I think.
It is not there.
So 1 minute, sir.
We will learn in detail this year.
We will learn that. And nitrogen cycle. Last topic is nitrogen cycle. Someone is in waiting room. Wait a second. Yes, Shivprana. Okay, so these are the important point we will cover in this chapter. First one is crop production, then preparation of soil. Okay, then selection of the seed for that particular soil, then sowing of seed, using fertilizers, irrigation, weeding, harvesting and storage, then nitrogen fixation and nitrogen cycle we will cover in this chapter. Okay, so these are the important point we will cover in this chapter. Yes.
So can I note it down like this important point?
Yes. Or you can else you can take screenshot. Done?
So 1 minute, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we are going to start the introduction part. Okay.
Sir, what is the 9th point?
Take a screenshot.
Nitrogen fixation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we will start the introduction part of the chapter. Okay. So introduction. Okay. So as we know, food is the essential for our survival and survival for all other animals and plants also, because whatever the nutrients we require to sustain life, we are getting from the food only that we eat. Okay, so we get food from the plants, okay, and animals also. As the human population is increasing day by day and land is fixed, even the land which is used for the crop production is getting reduced because we are using that land for the industrialization, for making houses, road, etc. Okay,
Sir, can
that's
you
why.
scroll up? I have to take a screenshot.
Yes, wait a second. After discussion, you can take it up. Okay, so as increasing in population, the demand of the food is increasing day by day. That's why we had to apply modern techniques in order to increase the productivity of the crop, yield of the crop. Okay, so food is to be produced on a large scale to meet the increasing demand of the food. Is it or not? Is it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so take a screenshot, beta, quickly. Done, everyone? This is the first screenshot for today.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
and here the second one. Okay, so
Sir, here we should write this paragraph.
You
We'll
only
write, sir. We'll write.
Sir, can you tell the last nitrogen atom? What is it, sir?
nitrogen fixation, beta.
Sir, the last
FIX.
one, sir.
It is nitrogen cycle.
Sir, means it also maintains a process.
See how nitrogen is being circulated between the biotic and abiotic factor is called as nitrogen cycle. We will discuss, don't worry, in detail. Okay.
So we should take a screenshot of this paragraph.
Yes.
We should write
I
the
think writing is better, right, sir?
Okay, you can write or you can take screenshot. So after class you can write it.
Sir, we'll write, sir. 1 minute, sir.
For writing you will take more time, beta.
Sir, just 2 minutes, sir. That's it.
Now I have few questions for you, everyone. Okay, so first question: what is the farmer doing in the field?
Plowing.
Plowing the soil. Okay.
Sir,
How
it's
would?
flowing, sir.
Is this sowing or plowing? It's plowing, right, ma'am?
No, it is plowing, beta. Plowing means, we have that soil. We are like using that plow in order to plowing the soil. So it is the plowing one. Okay, next. How would this help to the soil?
Increase the aeration.
Okay, what else?
Increase in the amount of
It
soil.
also increase humus content.
Yeah, it increases the aeration. Okay, yes. This is the answer for that. See, answers are given
Sir,
over
increase
here.
of aeration means what, sir? Like, including
We will going to cover each and every part here. Don't worry.
Sir, but you gave questions, no, sir. That second question we don't know, right?
Yeah, we will cover this. These two questions will come in our discussion part. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. So proper management and distribution of the food production on a large scale is also essential. In this chapter, we are going to cover and discuss the production of crop and various techniques in order to, develop the yield of the crop. Here our main motto is to increase the yield of the crop. Okay, everyone. Okay, now first point we are going to discuss here, food from the plants. Okay, first point we are covering here, food from the plants. So we know plants are the producers. They perform photosynthesis and converts radiant energy by using water and sun, like carbon dioxide. They forms, food, and which is nothing but the food which is being circulated throughout the life of other organisms. So here plants are the producers and the rest other animals are the consumer. Okay, so growing plant and rearing animals for the food, clothing and other useful products is called as agriculture. So this is definition for agriculture. Okay, growing plant and rearing animals for food, clothing and other useful products is called as beta agriculture. Okay, what is agriculture is? The growing plants and rearing animals for food, clothing and other useful products is called as agriculture. Okay, so plants of the some kind grown on the large scale for the food, like we have rice, we have wheat, okay, and clothing like we have cotton, etc., are called as the crops. Okay, so the plants which are growing on a large scale for the purpose of human welfare, okay, like for food or clothing, are called as beta crop. Okay, for example, several plants of maize are grown on a large scale field from the crop of the maize. Okay, for example of food, we have the cereals like we have rice, wheat and maize, etc. In pulses we have urad, it is nothing but the pulses. Okay, arhar and the moong beans, etc., are being cultivated on a large scale. For fruits, we have like mango, apples, bananas, they are and being produced in a very large scale. Even vegetables also, like we have spinach, potatoes, onion, chili, tomato, cabbage, brinjals, etc. are the vegetables, they are grown on a large scale in a crop field. Is it everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
So based on the growing season, see, most of the crops are being seasonal. Yes.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yes. What is your doubt, beta?
Yes, sir. Sir, after this topic.
Okay. So based on the growing season, the crop grown in India can be classified into two categories. One is called Kharif and one is called Rabi. Okay. Kharif crops are generally planted in June and harvested in October. So just do remember that time, June to October. June, yeah, June to October is Kharif crop.
Sir?
Beta?
So basically during the
Directly
summer season, right?
No, see. Yes.
Sir, we can directly say that kharif grows in autumn or rainy season.
Yes, rainy season. It start, see, in June, it start from the summer and ends on the end of the rainy season. Okay, October, yes. And like rice, maize, cotton, groundnut are example of the Kharif crops. Okay, so you have to remember their examples also. Okay, so just do remember from June to October. Okay, June to October.
Sir,
Kharif.
they will keep the seeds in June and the
Yes, and they will
plants will
harvest
harvest in
October.
October.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Sir, but they need extra time for growing also, no, sir?
Yes, and they require more water also as compared to other crop.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes. So this is for Kharif. Now Rabi. So Rabi crops are generally planted on November and harvested in April. Even sometime May also. Okay, like Rabi, like paddy crop, they are being harvested in May also. Okay. Example, we have wheat, barley, peas, and grams are the example of Rabi crop. Okay, so this is very important. What is agriculture? Okay, what is crop? What is Rabi crop? And what is Kharif crop? We have discussed here. So very, very important. Okay, so I want just take a screenshot for that. Then we will discuss about your doubts and we'll move further. Hello everyone, again we are going to start the next part of this chapter, and which is the agricultural practices. So first we have to understand the flow chart in which step-by-step process for the agricultural practices we are performing in agricultural field for the production of the crop. Okay, so for growing crop, farmers perform series of activities, many activities in particular sequence over a long period or short period of time. These activities are known as agricultural practices. Those activities which are performed by the farmer in order to grow the particular crop over the long or short period of time is called as are called as agricultural practices. Okay, so here we have first the soil preparation. We have here the soil preparation. Okay, then we have in soil preparation we have three important parts. One is plowing, other is leveling and applying the fertilizer. Next, we have selection of the sowing seeds. Which seeds are going to show in the crop field? Okay, this is called as selection of the sowing of seed. Then we have irrigation, means watering of the crop. Then we have weeding of the crop. Weeding means the removing, unwanted plant from the crop field. And last but not the least is harvesting and storage. Okay, so this is the flow chart how farmers is performing different activities in his crop field. Okay, so that flow chart have to be with you so you can understand the way or the flow chart of the soil preparation. So again, I want everyone to take a screenshot, then we are going to discuss in detail about each and every point here. So take a screenshot, everyone. Done?
1 minute, sir, 1 minute. I'm taking a screenshot.
Okay. So first soil preparation, second selection and sowing of seed, third we have irrigation, means watering of crop, then fourth we have weeding and crop protection, and last but not the least harvesting of the harvesting and storage. And plowing, leveling and applying fertilizers are nothing but the part of soil preparation. So now we are going to understand the soil preparation in detail. Okay, so what is soil preparation is? So soil is the main medium in which plants are grown by the farmers. The root of the plant absorb water, air and required nutrient from the soil in order to the grow properly. Okay, in order to ensure that they are readily available to the root. See, it is really very important that these nutrients are being available around the root so that plant can absorb those nutrition along with water or dissolve in water easily. Okay, this is nothing but the the soil is prepared before growing a crop. That's why all the time whenever we are going to show the seeds in the plant or we are going to plantlet the sapling, okay, it is very important to prepare the soil for that particular crop. Is it? So soil preparation involve plowing, leveling of the soil and applying fertilizers. Okay, so first we are going to cover here the plowing. The process of losing the soil. See, we have someone was asking the question, sir, what is plowing? So here we have the answer for that. The process of loosening and turning of the soil is called as plowing, or it is also called as tilling. So just do remember both the name for that. Okay, plowing or tilling is the same. The process is important because the following reasons. See, what are the reasons why we are applying the plowing or tilling process? Okay, these are the following reasons. First point we have, it allows the roots to reach deeper into the soil because soil become loose so that plant root can easily penetrate the soil. Okay, when seed is being germinated, okay, so root they grow toward the water. Okay, search of water means toward the gravity. So this root should go deeper in order to have like water and to absorb required nutrition for the proper growth. Is it? That's why soil had to become very loose. This helps to fix the plant more firmly to the ground, okay, and due to which if roots are going deeper, so plant will fix properly in a crop field. Second point, very important, it helps in trapping air in the soil, which is necessary for the root, okay. So if that root will grow inside the soil like this in this direction, okay, so the soil around it will become loose, and that root also require air, okay. If we will plow the soil, that air will reach to the deep of the soil, and which is important for the proper growth of the plant. Third point, very important again, it helps the soil to retain the moisture for a longer duration, because if water will reach at the deep of the soil, so moisture will maintain for the long duration, and it is very important for the proper growth of the plant. It helps in bringing the nutrient rich soil to the top, okay. What happens generally? Haan beta?
Sir, but second point I did not understand, sir.
Okay, it allows the root to reach deeper into the soil, okay. If root will go deeper in the soil, because due to the soil we have plown the soil, due to which the soil, that root of the plant will go deeper into the soil and will fix properly there. Is it?
Sir, but yes, sir.
Yes. So the plant will fix more firmly to the ground. Okay, next. It helps in bringing the nutrient rich soil to the top. So generally what happens, suppose here we have this like soil layers. A plant is growing in this particular soil and nutrition are also available there, and required nutrition are being absorbed by the plant from that upper layer. That's why plowing help to mix that soil so that nutrient soil will come on the top, so that plant will absorb those nutrients. Is it? That's why plowing is important. Next, fifth point, it helps the soil to mix well with fertilizer. So when we are adding fertilizer in the soil, okay, so due to the plowing, that fertilizer will get mixed properly in a soil uniformly, so that every plant, each and every plant of the crop field will have the required fertilizer around it. Okay, that's why plowing is very important. Next, it helps the removal of the undesired plant called weeds also. Okay, it is very important. You know, when you are plowing the soil, when farmer used to plow the soil by using various techniques, okay, that weeds are nothing but unwanted plants that grow along with the crop, okay, they removed easily with the help of plowing. That's why plowing is important. Understood, everyone?
Sir, I didn't
Yes,
got
sir.
the point.
Which one, beta? The weed?
Point.
Fourth. Bring it. Okay. Suppose here we have the different layer of the soil. Understood now? Different layers, first, second, and third layer. Suppose you have grown the plant over here, okay, and its roots is present on the upper layer only. So that plant will absorb nutrition from that upper layer only. Is it or not? Is it? Yes.
Sir.
So the required nutrition in upper layer will decrease. Nutrition level will decrease. But if we are plowing the soil, so plow will go deeper over here, and you know that soil, that lower soil which is rich with nutrition will come on the top, will reach on the top. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is that is why we had to plow the soil. Understood now,
Sir?
beta? Yes.
Sir, can you show the third point once?
Okay, wait a second. Okay, so further we are again going to discuss that. See, the borrowing action of the organism such as earthworm also helps in loosening the soil and turning the soil. You know, earthworm, they are called as the worms, okay, and when they are growing in a crop field, so suppose here we have the different layer, and earthworm when growing over here, okay, so they will also helps to turn the soil, and they are also losing the soil. Is it? Earthworms, you probably have seen that.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So these organism also helps in a decay of the dead plant and animal. So whatever the organic matter which is present in the soil, okay, which is been decomposed by the earthworm. Okay, so earthworm are the friends of farmers. This process leads to formation of the substance called humus, and humus is very important for the crop production. Okay, which is the rich in nutrients for the plant. Okay, that's why humus is very important, and which is nothing but the decay and decomposition material, okay, of the organic matter of the plant and animal. Okay, so humus is, you can say, the organic fertilizer, okay, which supplied required nutrition to the plant for proper development. Soil plowed with the help of the tool called plow. Okay, you can see here that farmer is using, okay, that plow. It is made of the wood. That's what is called as wooden plow. Okay, everyone.
Sir, now we got like metal flow, right? Metal flow instruments.
Yeah, the metal strip is been connected over here, okay, but that part which is wood, looks like the wooden part over here, is called as beta plow. Okay, and on the top here, okay, at the bottom of the plow we have the metal strip in order to, you know, plow the soil. Okay, the plow and other tools needed to carry out agricultural practices are called as agricultural implements. Very important. So maybe question will ask, what are the agricultural implements? The plow and other tools which are needed to carry out the agricultural practices are called as agricultural implement. Okay.
Sir, I didn't understand this agricultural implements. Can you
Okay,
tell me?
see, we are having the hoe, axe, okay. So then we have the sickles. All these are nothing but the tools we are using for different purposes, okay, in agricultural field. Wait a second, let me show you. Okay, they are not here. Okay, I will show you in next class. Okay, the different tools which are being used instead of, you know, plow is also there, but we have other tools also like hoe.
Sir, like digging the soil for hump.
Yes, yes, that also. Okay, like this we
Sir,
have one.
so we can tell the agricultural elements also, right? Like using.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so many tools we are using in agricultural field, they are together called as agricultural implements. Okay, so plow are drawn either by the bullocks, as you can see here, or other animals such as horse also, camels also, or using the tractors. We have in modern technology, we will understand that also here, called tractors, which come under the modern agricultural equipments or implements. A plow may be made up of the wood or iron. Okay, the iron strip is being used in the plow in order to like have long life of the plow. Nowadays, implements called cultivator. See, nowadays we are using cultivator, which are driven by the tractors, are increasingly being used for plowing in the crop field because it takes very less time for the plowing soil. Okay,
Sir,
this
they use like horses and camels took very 2 hours, 3 hours, right, sir?
yes, okay, but these modern techniques which are used by nowadays, they save time as well as efforts of the bull and farmers. Is it? Yes. So now we are going to discuss the next part, and which is the leveling of the soil. Even after the plowing, big lumps of the soil called clods may remain in the field. Okay, these are crushed using the wooden or iron planks. Okay, and they are called as beta levelers because we are using them for leveling. That's why they are called as levelers, and this process is called as leveling. So it is the second step, okay, of the soil preparation. And third, applying fertilizers. So when crops are grown in a field, they absorb nutrition from the soil. Okay, that's why after growing different crop of the same field over a long period of time, again and again and again, the level of required nutrition in the soil decreases. That's why we had to add those nutrients in the soil for the proper growth of the crop. Okay, they are being used up by the crop. Okay, that's why eventually the soil may be even turned the infertile due to lack of those nutrition. That's why we are using fertilizers. Okay, to avoid this situation, farmer often add substances called fertilizers. Okay, or they are also called as manures. Okay, is it or not? So fertilizers are what? So fertilizers are nothing but, okay, the natural or chemical substances that contain one or more different essential nutrients for the growth of the plant are called as fertilizers. Are called as fertilizers. Understood everyone what are fertilizers?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here we have like different between the natural and chemical fertilizers. So first I want you to take a screenshot from here.
From part, sir.
From here, just take a screenshot and then we will have next screenshot where we can cover all part. Done, beta?
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, and just take a screenshot for labeling and applying fertilizers.
Sir, 1 minute.
Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we are going to understand about the
Sir,
difference.
one second, can you show the upper one, sir? Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we are going to understand the difference between natural and chemical fertilizers. So let me resume the recording. No, it is being resumed only. Okay, so what are natural fertilizers? So these are obtained from the plant and animal waste. Okay, means it is organic one, you can say. And what are chemical fertilizer? These are the chemical substance produced in factories. Okay, next, natural fertilizers. Okay, this increases the humus content of the soil. Okay, but chemical fertilizer do not increase the humus content of the soil. That's why chemical fertilizers are like harmful, or you can say for the long duration it is going to harm the crop field. Example of natural fertilizers are compost, bone meals. Then we have the mixture of crushed and coarsely ground bones, etc., and bark of the neem. Neem, you know, the plant, the bark of that neem plant is again very important. And what are the example of chemical fertilizers? We have like potash, okay, we have ammonium sulfate, urea, okay, NPK, it is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Okay, these are the chemical fertilizers. Okay, and we know chemical fertilizers are like dangerous for the worms they are growing in a crop field, like earthworm. Okay, so just take a screenshot. I hope you have already took. Is it?
No, sir.